had closed captions on it. And when we opened up a feature to allow independent movie makers to contribute to Prime Video, we required that they be captioned in 2015. Later that year, we brought much large fonts to our Fire tablets. Then in 2016, we brought the VoiceView screen reader to Kindle reading devices. We brought a preview of VoiceView to Fire tablets, to Fire TV, and we also brought it to Fire tablets. We added closed caption support to Twitch. We brought accessible Kindle reading to the PC, working with JAWS and NVDA. We introduced audio description to Prime Video in 2017, and now I'm delighted to say that with over 5,400 titles, Prime Video has the largest audio description catalog, ahead of numbers 2 and 3 combined, according to the Audio Description Project. We brought magnification to Fire TV with a built-in powerful magnifier. We added Braille support to VoiceView on Fire tablets. In 2018, we brought the Echo Show devices to the market. These are Echo devices with screens. And of course, we added caption support so that everything Alexa says appears in a caption. We added accessibility support into our locker delivery stations. So if you would prefer to not receive something at your home, left on your doorstep, you can have it delivered to a nearby locker. And these lockers, since 2018, are very accessible. First, you can choose a more accessible locker slot delivery place if you're in a wheelchair and you can't reach the top, so you have difficulty reaching the bottom. And then all of our lockers talk. They all have headphone jacks, and they will speak to you in up to 10 different languages, taking you through the entire process. At the end of 2018, we addressed another gap with Alexa, and that is for customers whose speech Alexa couldn't understand. We added a touch interface where you could not only tap an icon on the Echo Show screen with what you wanted to say, but you could create those utterances on the Echo Show, assign them to an icon, and anytime you wanted to ask the weather or set an alarm or any of that, all of that was very quickly done. In 2019, we sat down and said, you know, we've got a lot of product images in our database of everything that customers shop for. And we've got some really cool technology that can do image matching. And so we introduced Show and Tell to Echo Show, where you can come up to an Echo Show, hold something in your hand, and say to Alexa, what am I holding? And we take a video stream from the camera, match that to our image database, and say, well, you're holding a can of C&W peas. You're holding a bag of Lay's potato chips. If the image match fails, we fall back on logo recognition and OCR for our customers. We returned to Kindle book reading accessibility in 2019 with Reading Ruler, a feature to help you stay focused on the particular lines you're reading, putting bars of your color choice above and below 1 or 3 lines or a color across the section you're reading. We have been doing more and more with smart home. We had a microwave oven and a smart oven that you could control with Alexa, and we added a free tactile button overlay so that you could feel in Braille what the buttons were on the microwave if you didn't want to use Alexa to control your microwave. Coming out of this very conference and a conversation that our engineers had at our booth with customers who had a narrow field of view, like from retinitis pigmentosa or macular degeneration, we developed a novel new accessibility feature, first in the world, called Text Banner, where we take all of the different interesting things you might be interacting with on the Fire TV screen, and we put it all into a text banner at your desired size, shape, colors, etc. And this screen shows a short image of that as I'm focusing on an image of a movie that I might want to watch on Prime Video, the title of the movie, but also the other information around the screen that doesn't have focus is all pulled together into that banner. Later in 2020, during the COVID years, we were still busy doing stuff. We developed switch access to Fire Tablet, and this allows complete control of the full Fire Tablet interface from single switches. And these, again, are Amazon tablets that start at $59. So highly affordable, rich switch access. We also introduced real-time text support to Alexa Communications. So customers who are having a video chat over Alexa get a real-time text keyboard interface, and it works also with Bluetooth keyboards. And then we added call captioning, so that the AWS algorithms that we developed in a technology called AWS Transcribe will optionally come into an Alexa phone call and caption what the other end is saying so that you can read what the person you're communicating with is saying. In 2022, we returned and deepened our work for customers with hearing loss. We are the first streaming media players or physical televisions that you can directly connect low-energy Bluetooth hearing aids to and have a private session listening to what's going on your TV, either broadcast or streaming. And that's from anything you might stream. All audio comes through your paired hearing aids. We were delighted to join with Apple and Google and Microsoft and, oh, this is embarrassing, I'm forgetting the other company, on the Speech Accessibility Project, where we are gathering large corpuses of dysarthric speech from people who may have stroke-affected speech or Parkinson's or ALS, so that we can get that data to train Alexa and Hey Google and Cortana and so on to recognize a much broader range of speech and bring the benefits of Alexa and environmental control to those customers with speech. At the same time, we continue to invest in helping customers who may have multiple impairments, both speech and motor. And so we brought Tap to Alexa to the Fire Tablet. So you could mount the Fire Tablet to your wheelchair and use the Tap interface to control Alexa and your smart home. And of course, that works with switch access on Fire Tablet. So you now have complete switch control of an Alexa interface. Again, very, very powerful and highly affordable access. Continuing our work in the hearing domain, we looked at our Echo Buds product, a $129 pair of Echo Buds, and we built very sophisticated media personalization features into those Echo Buds. So you can go through a few minutes of a personalization process, and then the Echo Buds will deliver sound that is personalized to you. If a bit better bass or mid-range, some 9 different frequency bands, and in each ear separate, so maybe you'd like a little bit more in the mid-range on your left ear. All of that comes through this automated personalization process. We continued working with more companies that develop hearing devices. So in mid-23, we added cochlear hearing implants to the streaming media support from Fire TV. This is a photo of one of our employees who is blind and uses cochlear implants, and he was a critical internal beta tester as we developed and launched that feature last year. We added more to Fire tablets, in this case, speak selection. So now you can have the Fire tablet just give you speech right here, right now in this thing that I'm touching. Or just read the screen to me. I'm not looking for a full screen reader. I have a print impairment, but I'm not fully blind, and I just need a little bit of speech support here and there. Speech Selection gives that to you. With Prime Video, we introduced a first-to-world feature called Dialogue Boost. As you know, and as you saw from these slides earlier, we've been working on recognizing people's speech for a little while now with Alexa. And so we took that same knowledge and said, well, if we can recognize speech in maybe a noisy room, maybe we can take that speech and isolate it from the rest of the audio and separate those two tracks and then remix them. But in the remixing, wherever there's dialogue, we lower the rest of the program audio, making the dialogue relatively boosted. It doesn't actually make anything louder. It takes the background and makes it quieter. Maybe Dialogue Boost was a slightly confusing name, but it gives across the point that dialogue is now, relative to the rest, boosted only where there's dialogue. And we have millions of customers who are using and loving this feature every month. We are so thrilled with Dialogue Boost. And it is now on tens of thousands of titles available from Prime Video, and it works everywhere you can watch Prime Video, not just on our wonderful Fire TV devices and Fire tablets, but on your iPhone, on your Roku, on your PlayStation, on your smart TV, you can enjoy Dialogue Boost. We then, as we worked more through United Abilities and United Spinal on Tap to Alexa on our tablets, we heard from customers that they really wished they could use eye gaze. And so we looked really hard at what was sort of a minimum lovable eye gaze product, and on our high-end Fire tablets, our $200-some high-end Fire tablets, with the built-in high-resolution camera, we now have a first offering of driving Alexa entirely from your eyes. Eye gaze to Alexa, and that's the subject of a session later on today. We expanded call captioning to add in another AWS technology which does real-time transcription from one language to another. And now with Alexa call captioning, you might have a conversation in America with somebody who is in France. Their English isn't great, your French isn't great, so you each speak in your own language, and the captions that are recognized are translated live from English to French and the other direction, built into all Alexa calls that you can get on Echo Show devices. We closed out the year with the final thing I'm going to mention, and that is voice access to Fire tablets. You know, Alexa is amazing for all the things that it can do, but Alexa doesn't know in detail about what's on your tablet screen. If you want to click on a button or move a slider or browse the web in a particular way, Alexa isn't built for that, and so voice access, like switch access, gives you complete control of everything on the Fire tablet just with your voice. We'll be talking about that a little later this afternoon. Finally, we introduced a lower cost set of Echo Buds V3, and we brought the same media personalization to that product that I think is often on sale for as little as $49. And customers tell us that with personalization, the sound is so much more immersive because the treble and bass drivers are delivering exactly what your ears prefer. So I highly invite customers to try that out. So I opened this a little earlier by talking about it is incumbent upon Amazon, if we want to deserve the business of the billion-plus customers with disabilities, we need to earn it. We need to take a customer obsession approach to accessibility. So I want to just quickly fly through what we think customer obsession looks like for our online store, our digital offerings, and our devices. But first, let me open with a brief video.
Quick cuts of Amazon customers with disabilities.
How do you become the Earth's most customer-centric company? By thinking about ways to serve all of your customers.
A man in a wheelchair accepts a package from an Amazon driver.
And since 1 in every 5 people has a disability, you'd want to make your products and services accessible.
A teen in a wheelchair reads a book on a Fire tablet using a Bluetooth switch.
You might start with small things that make a big difference. You could even invent things to make life a little easier.
A blind teen holding up a can in front of an Echo Show.
Alexa, what am I holding?
You'd make binge watching not just watchable, but listenable.
Boss arrives at the crime scene.
And you design your tablets and e-readers to be adaptable.
In a home office, a woman working at a computer uses a refreshable braille display.
Which would mean hiring experts who actually use these features. Oh, here's an idea.
Alexa, open the box.
Okay, you could make your products affordable. And if you accomplished all this, you'd be honest that there's still a lot more you could do for your customers, especially customers with disabilities.
In the home office, the woman now faces the camera. She's the narrator. Words appear. Jessie L., Senior Accessibility Specialist.
And then you get back to work.
Amazon.com/accessibility.
So looking at what customer obsession looks like for shopping, making sure our website and our shopping app are highly accessible, making sure that deliveries to our lockers support lower locker slot selection and self-voicing, and of course, allowing folks to shop with their voice. On Kindle devices, we did a lot of work to support making over 12 million of our Kindle ebooks highly accessible. You can choose from over 14 font sizes for your Kindle ebooks, 5 boldness options. You can make the font bolder or less bold. 9 font choices, including the Open Dyslexic font that many customers with print impairments told us makes it easier for them to read. Lots of adjustability in the margin sizes, the spacing between letters, text alignment options, left, right, fully justified, center justified. The reading ruler feature that I mentioned on all what we call LCD surfaces, so liquid crystal display of a tablet or a phone. And we've done a lot of work to make book publishing accessible. Here's a short video that shows the reading ruler feature.
And then the Pied Piper led them into the mountain where...
The reader frowns. Reading ruler highlights the line, "In a cave they all were swallowed. In bed the child hugs his stuffy."
They lived happily ever after. Fun story, huh?
Sort of.
Reading ruler makes reading easier. Amazon.com.
And then, of course, on the publishing side, it's very important that anyone can write and publish books. In this case, this woman, by the way, is a writer. She didn't publish this particular book, but she is a writer, and authentic representation in all of our videos is very, very important.
A young woman at a computer.
Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. Self-publish your book to Amazon Kindle Store. Foxworthy Manor. By Rebecca Reither. Continue setup button. Edit details. A young woman advocates for her independence and her choice not to marry. Make my Kindle ebook available for pre-order. Launch previewer. Publish your Kindle ebook button.
Jane Austen, eat your heart out.
Kindle makes publishing more accessible.
I mentioned Prime Video earlier. We have over 160,000 closed caption titles in our Prime Video catalog, over 5,400 audio described titles, and of course, as I mentioned earlier, Dialogue Boost. I'm going to skip through these cute little videos since we started a little late. Kindle devices. Kindle was Amazon's first device. We came out with it, I think around 15 years ago now. It's a naturally high contrast display, black text on a white background. It has those 14 font sizes and boldnesses and margins, and so on. We support over 300 pixel per inch densities, making the text very, very crisp and easy to read. On our Kindle Oasis and Kindle Scribe devices, those are devices with a bit larger screen, we have a large display option that makes the UI in general larger. WordWise is, I think, a little appreciated feature that's been part of Kindle for more than a decade. Turn it on, and as you're reading, more complex words at higher reading levels have the definitions just right above the word, right there where you can see it. The friction of, well, I'm not sure about this word, I need to look it up in a dictionary, and you've lost your flow reading the book, all of that's eliminated by just having short 1, 2, 3 word definitions, synonyms, right there in line as you read. Very, very helpful for advancing readers. And of course, the VoiceView screen reader is built in. Fire tablets, we've been making tablets for around 12 years now. We have large and huge font sizes. We have a display size feature that allows you to make the entire UI larger without needing to do full screen magnification. A high contrast text feature, so if text is over a background that may not have the great contrast, we increase the contrast of that text over its background. A variety of color vision deficiency correction options. The VoiceView screen reader with Braille support, and I encourage you, if you're Braille readers, to come check this out. We've done some really interesting things to make the use of those precious few Braille cells that you get on Braille displays much more efficient, right? If you've got a 40-cell display and you're going from item to item, tabbing through the UI, most of that display is unused. That's a waste of precious cells. We will create a line in the UI and tell you all the things on that line with non-Braille character delimiters to make that more efficient. We have a full screen magnifier built in, speak selection, which we introduced last year, switch access, voice access from last year, tap to Alexa, eye gaze on Alexa on our Fire 11 Max, stereo to mono for customers who have differential hearing loss, and of course closed captions and audio descriptions.
In a park.
Let's skip the video. Going to Fire TV, again, a rich set of features, high contrast text, text banner, which again came out of a conversation we had at this conference a few years ago, our full screen magnifier, our award-winning VoiceView screen reader pairing hearing aids and cochlear implants, closed captions, and audio descriptions. This is my favorite video, so I have to show this one. This is showing off the hearing aid pairing with a woman who uses hearing aids. I should say the other person in this video is not really her husband.
The majestic flamingo. Its mating season in Savannah, and this pair is about to court.
A bored woman watching TV in bed. She sees her husband is asleep. She opens a settings menu on Fire TV and presses a button on her hearing aid.
Alexa, play The Boys on Prime Video.
Okay.
The TV displays device connected.
We've been on the straight and narrow all year. No killing soups, no drinking. Even follow Hugh Campbell's orders about strangling.
Pair select hearing aids with Fire TV.
On Echo devices, we have, again, a rich set of features, many of which are built into Alexa in the cloud. You can ask Alexa to speak faster to you. Many of our customers are blind, are used to hearing things at higher speaking rates. They don't want to have to wait for Alexa to be finished. On the other hand, there are customers who need Alexa to not speak so darn quickly because they need a little bit more time to hear clear enunciation. So you can ask Alexa to speak a little bit more slowly. Or maybe you need a little bit more time to finish what you're saying, perhaps because of a stutter or a stammer, or you just need more time to put together your request to Alexa, so we have adaptive listening. Alexa will show on the screen, on a little color LED, when it's listening. When it's done listening, well, we can also have sounds give you that same feedback with request sounds. There's selected sound detection. Did I hear breaking glass? Did I hear? And that's available as part of the Amazon Guard feature for home security. There's, of course, all the things you can do with an accessible smart home, like control your lights, control appliances. And on Echo Buds V2 and V3, we have media personalization. I have to also show this video because a colleague on my team, this is his favorite video.
Man in a wheelchair.
Alexa, open the blinds.
Opening the blinds.
Outside, a window washer gives a smiling nod. They exchange a friendly, awkward look.
Alexa, close the blinds.
Control your home with your voice. Amazon.com/accessibility.
And then with Echo Show, once we added a screen, we recognized there was a bunch of really useful things we could do. Alexa captions, everything she says is captioned, call captions. Everything that the other party is saying to you on a call is captioned, real-time text. Tap to Alexa, the show and tell feature, where Alexa will recognize things that you hold up in front of the camera. Color inversion and correction for, this is an old slide, color vision deficiency rather than color blindness. Full screen magnification, the Voice View screen reader, closed caption and audio descriptions.
In a kitchen.
Let's skip that video. I know I'm between you and lunch, so thank you so much for coming. We have a lot here at CSUN in our booth, in our sessions. Please come by, meet with the over 80 Amazonians who are here at the conference this year, and get all of your questions answered. Thank you.